What is a food system? It's the path our food takes from the field to our plate and beyond. It's a circle that starts with production and ends with disposal. All along this system, people are working. This series was created to give you information about our local food system and jobs in our area.
Hi, I'm Liz Buxton, and I am the Food Processing Center Manager at the Franklin County Community Development Corporation and the Western Mass Food Processing Center. One of the things we do is we work with entrepreneurs. If you have a food product that you'd like to bring to market, we will work with you to scale up the recipe, to make it safe, to do the FDA paperwork, to bring your product to market. The second thing we do here is that we work with smaller businesses that may already have established recipes and would like to co-pack their products. So if you have a product that you've been making at home and you want to scale it up but you don't want to make it anymore, we'll make it here for you. And all you do is deliver your ingredients and your dry goods and your packaging material, and we'll produce that recipe for you, and you can just pick up your finished product. The third thing we do, we work with local farmers to do extended harvest and value-added products. You might see some of those on the table here, like applesauce, or this is a local pizza sauce that we're developing here. So a typical week here may be, say, on a Monday, we may have a new client who wants to work here come in, and myself and the food business development specialist, Nico Lustig, will meet with that person, and we'll talk about their recipe and making it a commercial process, and is it even feasible to make it here. We call those feasibility meetings, and to get to that point, the entrepreneur has already gone through some business planning. It's quite the process, and then we work with them, and then most feasibility meetings will take an hour or two, depending on the product. Right now, we're actually going through expansion, so part of my day is I've been looking for new equipment to put in an IQF freezing tunnel. We need new kettles and a way to cool down the vegetables, so we'll be doing a lot of research with that and sourcing this equipment, getting quotes. And then, later on the day, we might have, like yesterday, we had a group of high school students that were in a summer college program, and they were learning about sustainability in the valley, and they came here for a tour, so we took them on the tour and explained our mission, showed them some of the things we do here. The rest of the week might be production. I may have blueberries coming in from farms that have to be cleaned and frozen, or maybe we have Heralds need some more hot fudge. So a typical day with that, getting the production started, and then we have 4 or 5 workers that might come in, and we'll make the whole fudge. We make about 98 cases at a time. Cook the fudge and bottle it and label it and palletize it. Those are usually like 10-hour days, and then we do such a wide variety of products. We may be making fudge one day, applesauce another day, tomato sauce another day, salsa, another day beyond that. In high school, I worked as a pot washer and then a line cook at a restaurant. And I went away to college. I was going to be a PE teacher, and I went through college. In my junior year, I did my student teacher and went, I don't want to be a PE teacher. I don't want to be a teacher at all. I actually had been working part-time in the dining hall for the food service management company. There was a really great executive chef working at the school, and he kind of took me under his wing. I worked on the job training and working, my way up the management scale at the college. When I left there, I was the associate director of food services. So after that, I actually left college food service and went into business and industry food service. A lot of catering. It was, it's a lot of hard work. After doing that for several years, I decided I was tired of working so many hours, and nights and weekends. So I went into school food service, K-12 food service. I did that for 4 years, and during that 4-year time, I was looking to source local frozen vegetables for the school system. And I heard about the work that they were doing here at the Franklin County Community Development Corporation. And so I actually made that contact with this organization and started buying some of their local frozen vegetables from their pilot program and helping them develop a better product. When the job here as a food processing center manager came up, I decided that was a great next step, really on the front line of the local food movement. So here I am. Culinary is an interesting field in that you can kind of go 2 ways. I did traditional college and learned my culinary skills working under an executive chef. You can also go to an actual culinary school, such as Johnson & Wales or the Culinary Institute of America. Or you can go the way I went with his traditional college and then just learn on the job, so to speak. For this particular job, there are several other credentials that you need. One of them is a HACCP plan development. HACCP is a hazard analysis critical control points. It's developing programs and plans for the safe passage of food through this facility. A very common certification for someone working in food is ServSafe, just the basic food safety. Most states now have requirements where they need a qualified food operator on duty at all times at a food place, and ServSafe completes that. So we also, there's allergen training required by the state of Massachusetts, so you can identify allergens. That's required for anybody working with food. And there's also, for this particular job, you need a certification called Better Process Control School, and that's so that you're well aware of all the hazards of producing acidified or low-acid foods. Another certification that we get to have here, which is really cool, is we all are forklift certified. There's so many aspects of food service, of food production. I didn't even know that this sort of job existed until I started working at the schools and started to work with this organization. And honestly, this job was made for me. And going into this sort of business, into food service, especially when you're starting out and you're getting your legs underneath you, expect to work a lot. Expect to work nights and weekends. Try to not concentrate on one thing. Try to learn a variety of different things because it will help you in the future. The Western Mass Food Processing Center is considered a food hub. 10 years ago, there were so few. When this facility was built, it was one of the first ones. Now there's several in every state. There's a local food movement, very prominent here in the Valley, southern Vermont, but it's really taking the whole country by storm. There's not a lot of places where you can say, I want to take this product and I want to put it out on the shelves. And we've had our hand in developing a lot of businesses in the Valley, either by loans or technical assistance or, developing food products. And I think that, keeping money here, keeping loans here, keeping products that are made here and bought here, keeping the money in the Valley, or just make the Valley more sustainable. How we work with farmers, how they can put things on a truck and drive it all the way to Buxton, and they'll only take the pretty ones, and then they put it on a truck and drive it 5 or 10 miles here, and we'll take all of them, same price. That's better for the farmers, and then that produce stays here. It's just part of the whole system that's going on here, the whole movement, and it's such a great place to be and to be involved in that.